Hey guys, my name is Angel Almanza and I play trumpet.
Angel Gonzalez on drums, backup vocals.
Daniel Villasenor, keyboards and backup vocals.
And I'm Pancho Mendoza, guitar and vocals.
And we're Fixed Idea.
I started the band back in 1992. I was still in high school. That got me out of trouble. We started playing punk rock. We would just jam out, backyard shows. Pretty much that's what it was. It was DIY.
I've been with the band for about 5 years. I grew up playing classical music, and I like to incorporate some of my piano skills into the band, and add a few classical motifs here and there with the band. So it gives a little blend and my touch and style to bring to the band.
Yep, I started out probably like in the end of 2012, the beginning of 2013, I think. And since I learned of the band Fixed Idea, I was a fan. I joined up with them, and yep, this has just been a good ride, and we're going to keep on going to the future.
I've been with the band for since March, a couple of months. Neon Desert being my first concert, and I played trumpet for a while since I was like in 5th grade, and having this band really brought out the best in me. So yeah, we're looking forward to better years.
I play the saxophone once again. I joined the band about 6 months ago, like also the trumpet player. This band has been it's done wonders for me. It's brought out my musicianship, I guess you could say. Yeah, and I hope to keep on growing as a performer, and yeah, go with these guys.
Okay. I'm the newbie here. I've only been in the band about 6 months, and loved it every day since.
All right.
Cool. Yeah. So when I first started this band, I really didn't know how to play guitar, but I had great love for music. I'm a left-handed, so I had to flip the guitar over. So I had to learn how to play upside down. I never flipped the strings. I just started messing around with it, started coming up with some chords. I started studying some music in college. It helped me with my songwriting. At first, like I said, we started playing punk rock. It was just straight up punk rock, and I would just invite all my friends, and we would just give them a guido or maraca so we could get them all in for free to the local shows, backyard shows. But after a while, man, I realized that I could write more for more instruments. So I started writing for trumpet, trombone, saxophone. So the band grew, and we had a full horn section, percussion, drums, keyboard, guitar, lead guitar. As far as our influences, as far as my influences, it's always been punk rock. Ever since I was young, that was what I defined myself as punk. And once I started listening to Operation Ivy back in maybe early 90s, it really influenced me, and it just opened up my mind, and I started listening to more of the ska stuff, and that's what I incorporated.
My influences, growing up, being classically trained, I've listened to a lot of Rachmaninoff, Beethoven, Chopin, and I played a lot of those composers. And throughout the years, I started getting into like punk rock in my high school, middle school years, and then got into ska sometime in high school and college years. My first show seeing Fixed Idea was back in 06 at Lucky Devils, and throughout the years I would actually play some Fixed Idea songs at work, for where I used to work. And somewhere down the line I was invited by a previous drummer that we used to have, and since then that's when I joined the band, and I started picking up on more like punk rock and ska influences to get, you know, to dwell my experiences and into the band. So that's somewhat how I got into the band and got influenced.
Yeah, my influences been always been very broad. I like a lot of different genres of music, from rock and roll music, heavy metal, rap music. I like ska music. There's almost any music that I don't like. There's no, you know, I can pretty much listen to anything. I mean, I won't buy everything, but I like a lot of stuff. So I've always been into all kinds of music, and it's always being into all kinds of music helped me to fit in, you know, to any kind of genre of music when I play with different artists and friends and things like that. I started out with Fixed Idea, and we went into the ska right away, and they gave me the chance to show off my abilities to do that kind of stuff, and I always bring something from the outside also to add to it, and I always have like an edge on things because I know so many different genres of music. So I think as far as influences, you know, musicians and people that are into music should try to keep it, you know, a general audience so that you can, you know, get more knowledge of music through other artists.
Yeah, since I was young, I've been a big little metalhead, you know, grew up with like Metallica classic, and then I got into some of the hardest stuff as I grew up. But I've always been a lover for everything. Like, maybe there's nothing people could say about other music that other people wouldn't like, but I like all types of music. The way I found my way into the band was through my high school band director. He told me that he had a friend looking for a trumpet player, and I pretty much from there got a call from Pancho, started playing, practicing, and I loved it from then on. So yeah, that's my influences.
Well, I guess it started back when I was about a toddler. My cousin would play classical music from Beethoven, Bach, and all those other musicians. I would just sit there and listen to him and how beautiful he played, and it gave me the influence to start playing myself. I tried playing guitar when I was little, and it didn't work out, I guess. But he influenced me to basically everything that I enjoy now. And from Creed, I guess as a saxophone player, I guess that's a weird band to go back on, but Creed, Metallica, all those bands. And then I grew into country music. So, like our drummer here, I'm very, I love all types of music. And I guess all those pieces, I guess you could say, put me into the puzzle line as right now. And so yeah, I grew up. I joined band in 5th grade. I played the clarinet, and from there on out, I built myself up to becoming a saxophone player. And in high school, my band director also notified me that there was a band out there called Fixed Idea. I never heard of ska at that point. And so when I joined the band, I started listening to all music from ska, and boom, I fell in love with it. So that's my background.
Alright, with me, I started out pretty young too, basically in school, and I guess with that, playing saxophone, I also play guitar and bass, and being in music class, I guess helped me appreciate like all types of music. So basically, music's my influence. There's no specific genre that calls out my name, but I can listen to anything.
Cool, our musical genre. We don't label our music, but I think we call it el Chico ska. And it comes from a different blend of music, from cumbia to reggae to ska to punk, to 60s rock. What else would you say, Dan?
Well, primary genre would be ska, but Latin ska. You know, we bring in a lot of influences like that incorporate reggae, punk rock, Like we have cumbias and there's a little bit of like metal here and there, and maybe a little hardcore punk. What else?
We sing English and Spanish.
Spanglish.
Spanglish, you know, it's the border kind of talk that has been integrated into the songs.
Yeah, it's a very cultural sound.
Yeah, we do
Goes from here, from the border, straight from Paso.
Paso, Texas.
As far as our discography, the first recording I did, I think it was back in 1996.
Oh,
That was a long time ago.
That's
It happened in a garage, and we recorded 4 songs with my friend named Serge Mendoza. He plays with BBF and Not So Happy. He had the old, the reel to reel, so we recorded there. We actually put out a record called Chuco Town, and we have 4 songs on that. Then after that, we ended up being compas with the dudes from Los Carnales. Back in 1998, they had a record label called Pinche Flojo Records, and we went out to Houston and we recorded at Swamp Studios, and we recorded our first full length that was released on Pinche Flojo Records. That one is called Skanking Oldies, and that we recorded the songs that we did in the garage. We made it sound a little bit better. We recorded like in 12 hours, so we drove all night from Friday midnight, drove all night, showed up Saturday morning, we ate, we recorded for about 8 hours, put it together, they mixed it, mastered it, and they put it out. That was back in 1990.
Los Carnales, those guys are a fun group of dudes, you know. We've had a relationship for a long time, but we just wanted to say also what we can.
Texas Ska.
Hello to Felipe and Nestor up there in Houston.
And Salvador.
And all of those guys.
Yeah, so after that, the next recording that I did is, it was the Traditions of My Addictions, I think, right? In 2001. And that one was recorded with Mike. I forgot his last name, but he would record, we recorded at Rosewood Studios, partially. Part of it, my brother, Raul Mendoza, helped us record. He was also featured on our album. He recorded on the song, the Rain Song.
Great song.
Yeah. What was cool about that CD is that I would play keyboards and guitar, but some of those songs don't even have no guitar. So what I did is I connected a wah pedal to my keyboard, and that's how I got that sound. I don't know if anybody else does that. But yeah, I liked what came out of it. And that CD has a drinking song, and Rude Boy, and
Mary Jane.
yeah. And so part of that album came out from Rosewood, and also my brother Raul Mendoza, and also that one was at Sonic Ranch. And during that time, about 2002, we also recorded an EP, self-titled Fixed Idea. We did 4 songs. During that time, we had Ernie Tinajero from La Chusma. He was the bass player. We had Oguero Con, which is OG from Slightly Stupid, on percussion with us. Who else did we have? We had a couple of people. Rick Rodriguez, Rick the Spit.
Rick the Spit.
Rick the Spit Rodriguez.
It's a street name.
Yeah. on drums, and we had a good lineup. We recorded 4 songs on that EP. Then the next one that we recorded was La Muerte. That was done in 2005.
Good album.
Yeah, that one was in 2005. We had another lineup change, and that was recorded with my brother Raul Mendoza on Pro Tools, and then we took it to El Adobe Studios to mix and master. We did vocals there. During that time, we had Diana Sanchez on vocals, backup vocals, Rick, and myself. We recorded, I think, it's 12 songs, 13 songs on that album. We also invited one of my good friends, Trace Beals, to sing his song that he wrote for his dad called Old Ghost.
The last track on the album.
Yeah. And he recorded it in Phoenix, and then he just sent it in, and we went ahead and did that.
Also, Jamie was on the bass, right?
Jamie Candelari, Jaime Candelari.
On the bass line.
Yeah. And then what else? After that was what album?
You had a demo, and then which
What?
eventually became Walk Like a Warrior.
So was it the 2013, 2014 release of Fixed Idea's last album? Was that?
Yeah, because I was
Studio
recording,
album.
we were recording an album in 2009. It was going to be a double disc album, but we never finished it. That was going to be under my own record label called Broken Bones Records back in the days. And that was never released, we never finished it. So back in, after that, what was our next album then?
Walk Like a Warrior.
Walk Like a Warrior.
We got the group together. I joined up with the group. They put a live album out in between that.
2012.
Yeah, and that was a live, and it was recorded at the House of Rock, I believe.
House of Rock, yeah.
Great night, just a splendid turnout. And then after that, that's when we started doing Walk Like a Warrior. I had just joined the band. I had probably about like 6 months in the group. When we started working on Walk Like a Warrior, they told me to give me 10 songs to learn. We recorded the album, I think, in like 2 days. It was like a weekend.
The weekend
I
of
had-
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
I had 4 hours on the drums to record all the tracks. And there was probably like 2 songs on there that I didn't know what I was doing. I just kind of did my thing, and it turned out, fine in the end. But yeah, that's how fast it happened, and how quickly it all came about. Just a couple of weeks. Hey, we're playing this. We got it done. We had the lineup together. We also recorded another album in between that.
But before we go to that album, why don't we talk about 2012? We actually filmed it. We have a DVD out there. It's packed, it's cool. You could actually put the DVD in your CD player, and you could hear it as a CD, or put it on your computer, you could see it as a video, right?
Very nice.
Yeah, and that was recorded by the Chuck.
Yeah. Chucky.
Chucky, man, good old homeboy. He recorded that, he mixed and mastered it. That came out cool. Then we did Walk Like a Warrior. Then after that, we have an unreleased album.
Hold on real quick. The Walk Like a Warrior, we had Rick Greenwood on that, and he's from Dallas. He's in Dallas out there.
Denton, yeah. So thank you, Rick Greenwood, man. You did a great job.
Production.
One weekend, he drove down here with his Pro Tools, his computer, and he tracked everything, and he took it back home. So we would just email each other the tracks and see what we liked and stuff. So that was cool, yeah.
And then we also did an album. It was a
5-song EP that we ever released. It was called?
Cruise to My Blues.
Cruise to My Blues. It's coming out soon. We plan to put it out very soon.
And that was recorded by Sergio Mendoza. Again, the same person that recorded us back in 1996. So that's a cool deal.
Nice little full circle there.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all what we recorded. In the future, we're writing a new album, trying to get that together. As far as where could people find the music?
Music, I'm always, if you've got a computer or anything like that at home, which you probably do if you're with the 21st century, you can find us on Reverb Nation, you can find us on Spotify,
iTunes,
we got
Apple
iTunes,
Music,
YouTube.
YouTube, Instagram, Twitter,
Rhapsody.
pretty much all that. I mean, just look us up, go Google it, look for Fixed Idea, and you'll find us there.
So if you guys want to find us, we're on Instagram at Fixed Idea. And if you want to keep up with us, we're usually on Facebook. Find us as Fixed Idea as well. And if you want to contact us, you can find us at fixedidea@hotmail.com.
Or message Poncho Mendoza. We're on Facebook as well.
The Messenger.
Messenger.
So as far as promoters,
Well, here in town, we've dealt with a few promoters. I think Ana Torres was one of those, Dead Girl Production. She's helped us out. She's put us on a few acts with the Slackers. She had us on, well, that was probably like the highlight was the Slackers. And then we also had April Correa. She's helped us, Miss Machine.
Luis Mota from Tricky Falls.
Malta.
Splendid Sun Productions.
Yeah, Kristen Yanez at Splendid Sun. I think Patrick, what was it? Patrick McNeil? Patrick McNeil helped us with the Neon Desert. But we done, we dealt with a few promoters, and we've always had great times, and we are always available in case any promoters out there want to book us for any show. So
in town or out of town, we're ready to roll.
We're ready to rock.
As far as the venues, we played, I remember playing at the old Wild Hairs. Well, first it was Backyards, then we had old Wild Hairs, and then we had Cantina La Tuya,
The Golden Age Center in
the
downtown.
Golden Age Center
Yeah.
downtown. What was it on Texas Street? Remember that?
Yeah, they have Wasted Generation on Texas Street.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the
The
Tea
Attic.
Lounge. The Tea Lounge and the Attic was there too.
In the attic. What else?
Lounge, yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
Right now we've done Lowbrow. We've done
House
Chicken
of Rock and Roll.
Rolls. Yeah,
Some
House
music
of
hall.
Rock back in the
House
day.
of Rock, House of Rock and Roll.
Paulina's Badlands.
Paulina's Badlands. That's one of
It
our
was a good
favorites.
show there.
It was fun times.
Nice music hall.
Eleanor Rigby's.
Eleanor Rigby's, Bourbon and Brews.
Yeah.
Bourbon
Bourbon and
Seasons.
Brews.
Alfresco Friday.
Also Tunas.
That's it.
We've pretty much played everywhere. We've done the Plaza. We've done Fresco Fridays.
We try to do as much as we can.
La Parada.
La La Parada.
You know.
We did Music Under the Stars, 2003, I think.
Yeah. What was this? The Street Country. What is that?
The Street
Street
Festival.
Festival.
We would do those a couple.
Balloon Festival.
Even did the Rock and Rolla Festival sometime in March.
Tricky Falls. We played
yeah.
Tricky.
Oktoberfest at Hobby Monk. Used to be Bennigan's, right? Back in the day?
Bennigan's.
Before they shut down?
Yeah, Bennigan's we would do every year at St. Patty's. That was a lot of fun. Bennigan's.
But we're always still looking to play more venues. So you know, anybody out there that wants to play your venue, will come out. We want to play the metal shop. So it'll be nice. And also, okay, so wrapping it up with the shows, we have Fixed Idea has one last show for 2015, and it's going to be the punk rock reunion. And it's going to be at the Mesa Music Hall out there with Justin. And
That show is going to be pretty cool, man, because it's going to be bands that were around maybe 20 years ago. All right, so we're looking at Not So Happy, Stressed Out,
Spoiler.
The Chiggers. Spoiler.
Chiggers.
is not going to be playing.
Oh, okay.
They canceled, but we have the other ones. They're all Lower Valley punk rock scene that we grew up with in the 90s, and then after that we're going to have
City Mishaps. and
four.
we're
We're
gonna
going to have the City Mishaps.
We'll have City Mishaps and Crouch Kicks, Ballad.
Ballad 42, number Rabia.
A bunch of great people, man. It's just gonna be a good time, you know. So we want everybody to join us and
Yeah.
help us welcome back, you know, some of the music from the past. And
We're also going to have Crooks Skate Shop's going to take some raps. So we're going to have like a skate demo out there. And then we're going to have Larry Overstreet screen printing some shirts out there as well. Live with Def too. Def is going to be screen printing shirts. Really cool image that we have for this year. So that's pretty much
right,
it.
basically, we're gonna be a Christmas end of the year party. So we invite all of El Paso, any musicians that want to come out, anybody who wants to help out. You know what I mean? We're gonna be there. Contact Pancho Mendoza here. That is Hotmail, fixedidea@hotmail.com. And also we have one more thing we want to talk about, and that's the GoFundMe. And we're trying to collect hopefully a little bit of a budget so we can get ourselves a van.
Yeah, so like Angel's was mentioned earlier, as we were talking about. We've done a lot here in El Paso, and we want to start traveling a lot more. So what's held us back is that we don't have a lot of money to buy a 15-passenger van. So that's what we need, and that's what we're going to try to start up our GoFundMe.
Yeah, we've got a lot of opportunities hopefully coming up in the summertime. We're thinking about hopefully trying to get a tour together, and if that does happen, we're going to need transportation. So, you know, if there's anybody out there that has any kind of hookups to a vehicle, or has an uncle at a lot or something like that, you know what I mean? Out here in Paso, there's a lot of people. Hopefully, we have a lot of friends that want to help us out and go.
So just be looking out for that.
Yeah, look out for the GoFundMe. to give a shout out here to the Metal Shop Vlogs for having us. If there's a band out here in El Paso that wants to get their name, their look, their idea out to the rest of the world, this is a good place to start. Out here with Joe Nunez and Judy. They're going to take good care of you. So, like I said, you know, if you got a group, Fixed Idea came out here and did it, you know what I mean? You guys should come out and do it too.